My name is Kumar Ramnathan. I'm excited to be here at the Graph and AI World Conference. I'm here with my colleague Gautam, and we're excited to talk to you about customer data platform and how that can be used in AI context, and specifically what are some of the design patterns that you should be thinking about based on our experience having done this. So talking a little bit about why even build a customer data platform. The primary goal of this is to personalize the journey for everyone in the ecosystem, whether that's your customer or a user within the ecosystem. And in order to do that, we need to be able to understand who they are and what do they need. And I'm going to cover a little bit about at a high level the platform that we built, and then we can get into some of the patterns. At a very high level, we have sources of data across multiple product lines coming in through either the event bus or data that is already resident in the data lake, which we then bring in through a stream processing system, and we persist it in a key value store with Amazon DynamoDB, and the same information is formulated for search in Elasticsearch, and the relationship information is stored in a graph with TigerGraph. And there's an API that fronts all of this in order to read. You have a GraphQL access pattern to read this data. We also publish change notifications whenever any one of these attributes changes to any customer listening in on the topic. They can get access to it. This platform is also pre-integrated to a bunch of other core platforms that span the entire customer experience. A little bit about some of the entities. Again, I'm presenting only a subset of what we have created, but broadly speaking, it falls under the umbrella of financial ownership. What are your financial attributes, and including what accounts do you have, what is your credit history, and some of the details around that. And then identity resolution. And we have a bit of a complex world in the sense that we have individual consumers, we have companies, we have visitors who show up who are not authenticated yet. So we have an identity resolution and the representation of the interrelationships that exist between them, whether you're part of a household, whether you're an employee of a company. You can imagine those types of relationships. And we're interested in understanding their journey, where they are in their life stage, and how does that life stage inform how they want to deal with their finances. So this is represented in attribute stores and graphs, and the offerings use these directly. And we also have other access patterns like running graph queries and analytics and mining. We recently switched to TigerGraph from another graph store, and we went through a POC and evaluated multiple graph offerings, and picked TigerGraph. And I want to sort of call out like the top four reasons, if you will. One, our engineers loved developing on the platform much more so than any of the other solutions that we looked at. It was simple, and the tooling, operational support capabilities that was there were top notch. We had significantly better one-hop query performance, and very efficient multi-hop queries. The knock it out of the park winner was that we run all of our infrastructure in AWS, and just switching from the other graph store to TigerGraph led to a 77% reduction in infrastructure operating costs for us. A significant portion of it was how efficient TigerGraph was in I/O. our provisioned IOPS in AWS, we ended up, for our volume, we ended up doing 10x less. And I want to sort of call out the customer support team. They were with us along the way, phenomenal support over Slack and other means, and the account team and the customer support team was top notch. And that all combined to a very successful transition for us to Tiger Graph.